We're at the Ohio State Reformatory in Mansfield, Ohio. After opening its doors in 1896, this prison became notorious for housing some of the most vicious inmates in the nation. Tonight, we give two teams the opportunity to battle it out for bragging rights in one of the most haunted prisons in the country. Rack up, let's go.
What the f was that? Seriously.
This is Paranormal Challenge, Ohio State Reformatory.
Something just flew past me.
Go, go, go.
Two teams.
Dude, what the?
One night.
Please help me.
One haunted location. One winner. For the ultimate in bragging rights. Out of all the prisons that I've ever investigated, this place is the most haunted.
Zach Bagans, the Paranormal Challenge chairman, is also lead investigator and co-founder of the highly respected and award-winning Ghost Adventures crew. He has completed hundreds of investigations, working with the world's renowned paranormal researchers and scientists.
It looks like we have a case of David and Goliath. You know, you've got Erie Paranormal, these two big old macho guys. Then you have the other team, Steeltown Paranormal. You've got two women on that team. Every woman that's ever been in here has had her head grabbed, has been pushed, has been scratched. You've got to be careful in that respect. Let's see if they can handle it.
From Pennsylvania, Steeltown Paranormal.
My name is Melanie Jerish, and I'm the lead investigator. I grew up in a haunted house, and I've always been interested in it.
My name is Chris Dorish. We want to be relevant in the field of paranormal research. When we're ghosts, we'll have contributed something lasting to the field.
My name is Carrie Mitchell, and I'm the second investigator. I think being two women on our team, it's going to help us bring out the spirits here.
We're here to win, just really excited to get the chance to prove that we're the better team.
It's a little different atmosphere because usually we're out to hunt the ghosts, but tonight we're out to beat the other team too.
From Ohio, Erie Paranormal.
I'm Darcy Hunley with Erie Paranormal.
She's our rock that we lean on.
I am the case manager, but as far as lead investigator, it's always up to these guys.
Gary Hunley from Erie Paranormal. We got our name because we're in the area, but it's spelled Erie like boot. Ben and myself both work in corrections. I can't say that it wouldn't give us an upper hand, just the feeling of what it's like to be in here.
It's important for us to validate that, look, we are good investigators. We capture amazing evidence.
I have no disrespect to the other team, but they're going down.
We're taking home the belt.
All right, right now we are in the Central Guards Room at Ohio State Reformatory. Teams, how you doing? Erie Paranormal? Steeltown Paranormal? You guys ready?
We're ready.
You guys ready to go head-to-head?
We're ready.
And compete for the bragging rights of Paranormal Challenge? Who's gonna win?
We are.
We are right here.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll make the judgment on that. This is Mike Middleton. I've investigated with this guy. He's gonna take you guys around, show you all the areas that you're gonna be investigating. Listen very, very closely to every single detail Mike tells you.
For nearly 100 years, America's most dangerous convicts called the Ohio State Reformatory home. Since its opening in the late 1800s, violence and death have plagued this sprawling Gothic castle, where murder, suicide, and bloody escape attempts took the lives of hundreds of people. Now abandoned, experts believe the unavenged spirits of the dead remain locked behind the reformatory's decaying stone walls.
To either side of us is the east and west cell blocks, where some of the hardest criminals in the country were sent. It's easy to forget that these were real people, real men, fathers, sons, grandfathers. Are you ready to see the cell blocks? Let's go. We're in the west shower. This is where the prisoners of the west cell block got to take their one shower a week. Life inside these walls for some prisoners was unbearable. Between the living conditions, the fear, the constant violence, Suicide was a real option. And that became reality right here when an inmate took a towel and hung himself.
To be standing underneath a pipe that's bent from the weight of the man, I immediately had chills.
Here on the west cell block at cell number 36, or better known to the staff here as Thomas's cell, Thomas was an inmate in there who never got visited by his family. He was in great despair, and that turned into insanity. He would bang his head over and over again. And he hung himself off the top railing of his bunk bed. While teams were in the west attic, the primary use for this was an overflow for inmates when the prison was at capacity. We've talked to former inmates who have told us that when it was winter outside, it could be 30 degrees colder in here. When it was summer, it could be 25 to 35 degrees warmer in here.
I mean, to have that many inmates in one room, it's sort of like a big free-for-all up there. It's much easier to access each other, to harm each other.
We're in solitary confinement. This was really where the worst of the worst ended up. Can you imagine this being your life? 23 hours a day? Some men were in solitary 8 months to a year, okay? It drove some men insane. On October 6th in 1932, prisoner Merrill Chandler took an iron bar and murdered prison guard Frank Hanger, right where you're standing.
Oh my gosh.
I've told you a little bit about the history of the Ohio State Reformatory. Now I'd like to introduce you to someone who's lived some history. DJ Fly.
You guys are in my house now.
When I first came here, I met DJ Fly, an inmate that spent time here, that saw murder, that witnessed suicides.
I was on 4 Northeast in cell 14, and a fella next door to me, his name was Lockhart, and he was totally bonkers. One night, he was able to get a hold of some lighter fluid, and then he started screaming. Lockhart burned himself up. The smoke was coming out, the fire was coming out. And I'm screaming my lungs out. I was trying to get some... It was a grisly sight when they drug him out. Parts of his body has been cooked, was just laying on the range. The stench was terrible.
And that really drives it home, you know, when you hear somebody that actually experienced something that close.
I hope that when you leave here, that you'll remember Lockhart. He's still here. There's a whole bunch of people like him that will never get out of here. This is for real.
With the competition set to begin, Zach gets each team geared up with the most advanced paranormal detection equipment for tonight's challenge.
What's up? You guys know that this isn't a stuffed animal factory full of puppy dogs and ice cream, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah. This is the most haunted prison I've ever investigated. On this table before you are the same exact pieces of equipment that each of you are going to be outfitted with. 2 digital recorders, 2 night vision camcorders, 1 full spectrum camcorder, 1 full spectrum still camera, a thermal imaging camera, and also we can't forget the Melmeter that measures for electromagnetic energy and temperature. Guys, I know you're tough, but these spirits are tougher. Suit up, wait for my signal, and we'll see you soon.
Teams will conduct their investigations simultaneously. Erie Paranormal will begin in Zone 1, which is the west cell block. And Steeltown Paranormal will start off in Zone 2, which is east cell block and solitary confinement. Strict time constraints are designed to push each team to the limit. They will only be given 2 hours to complete Part 1 of the investigation, then switch locations and continue investigating for 2 more hours in Part 2. Teams will be judged on overall teamwork, technological proficiency, historical knowledge, and audio and visual evidence they are ultimately able to capture. Tonight's judges are three of the country's most notable paranormal experts. Dave Schrader, acclaimed paranormal conference lecturer, co-author of The Other Side, A Teen's Guide to Ghost Hunting, and the host of the popular talk show, Darkness Radio. Mark Constantino is a certified parapsychologist, an EVP conference lecturer and trainer, and has captured over 10,000 EVPs. And Debbie Constantino is an International Paranormal Acknowledgement Award winner for Best EVP Researcher, a paranormal conference lecturer, and has captured thousands of EVPs.
All right, right now we're in Nerve Center. The competition is just getting ready to start. Over here, Erie Paranormal, they're gonna be starting out in the West Cell Block. Mark, you're gonna be watching them, all right? Debbie has got Steeltown Paranormal. They're gonna be starting off in the East Cell Block. Steeltown Paranormal, are you three ready?
We're ready. Yes.
Erie Paranormal, are you guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
The portals are open. Let the challenge begin. 2 hours just started, judges.
Okay, 2108, 908.
Who's down here? Who's down here rattling the cage?
You want to lose your privileges?
Keep making noise.
There was somebody in that room, you guys.
This is it. The investigation just begun. Both of these groups are apparently marking out their strategies. Hey, Dave, tell us about the operation we got going on.
Well, we've got both teams spread out throughout the prison. We're going to be following along both teams as they investigate the east and west side of the prisons this evening. We've got robotic cameras set up throughout the location. We also have a cameraman and a technician that are following each team so that we know what's in every location of the prison.
All right, I got the millimeter underneath where he hung himself.
I'm just gonna say that I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you had to live.
Oh, you guys. Wow. Are you trying to communicate with us?
Yes, do we have a digital voice recorder on?
Yeah, it's right over there.
It's not.
See how intelligent are you? Can you stop it? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, turn off the voice recorder.
Okay.
Thomas.
Man, I wasn't recording.
Let's go visit Tom. What?
I forgot to push record, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I swear.
He forgot to hit record. So he wasn't even recording, which is not
So he forgot to hit record, Mark?
Yeah.
Will you mark that down as a bad one for
I already
technology?
did. I already did.
But here's 13.
This is 13, yep. So this was his cell right here.
This was Lockhart's cell.
So right now, Steeltown Paranormal is in the East Cell Block. They're trying to communicate the spirit of Lockhart. Lockhart set himself on fire and committed suicide.
Whoa. What? I don't know. I thought I heard someone walking behind.
Lockhart, are you here? Is this where you took the easy way out?
Whoa.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, a little bang.
Where'd you get the matches to light yourself on fire?
I mean, I'm way back.
You standing outside of your cell?
Why don't you come on in this cell with me? Did you hear that?
It was like a moan
Like
or something.
Like that?
It sounded like a moan.
Yeah. Yeah, were you on the top bunk when this happened? When you decided to end your life? And that's where you are stuck?
Ooh, right there.
Yep.
It's like going nuts.
Deb, what have you liked so far with Steeltown?
I like the way they work as a team. Just a personal thing, they kind of interact a little better without so much provoking.
Who's over here? Who's down there?